Hello there, world. Bettina Carey here, and I'm airing out of Austin, Texas today for the We Empower You community. I'm the founder and CEO of We Empower You and the WeEmpowerYourLife.com website, and I'm so excited to be welcoming those of you who've joined us from around the world here. And it's Wednesday. This is when I have our scheduled weekly meeting at 3 p.m. every single Wednesday, with the exception of 4 dates, which we host a summit on. And I'm really excited to be welcoming back Lee Romanov, president of Income Activator, who is, of course, responsible in part for the whole creation of We Empower You, the community, and the WeEmpowerYourLife.com website. So with that said, I'm going to turn over the presentation here today, and Lee's going to take it away and tell us a little bit more about everything related to the opportunity that we're talking about here today. So unmute Lee, and the stage is yours.
Am I unmuted now?
You are. There you go.
See, this is anyone can own a tech company and be completely dumb about tech, just FYI. Okay, so let me just share my screen. And can you see this screen where it says 10 revenue streams?
It's coming. There you go.
It's coming. Thumbs up. Okay, perfect. Okay, so today's topic is going to be on online income. Let's just go with online income. And what we're going to do is we're going to review Google pay-per-click ads. Now, I get about 20% of my interest in the website platform based on the pages on my website that I talk about Google pay-per-click ads and Yahoo pay-per-click ads and so on and so forth. So I thought I would address it because everybody has such a huge interest in it. And I personally know multi-millionaires that have made their revenue through Google pay-per-click ads. And I'll tell you exactly what I know, what I've done, how you can take advantage of all the revenue streams. So we're just going to start now. So these little ads that you can put it basically with a copy and paste on your website, either the top, the side, the bottom, and they're called Google pay-per-click ads. And there's all kinds of pay-per-click ads you can do, but Google happens to be the most popular, and they're called AdSense. And you can make, Google says to you that you can make 68% of the payment, and Google makes 12% of the click. So that's a pretty good, those are pretty good numbers. So that what they're saying is that if somebody goes to your website and clicks on this, now if you can see, now I've got some background roaring thing. If anybody's got that going in their background, it would be great if they could turn that off. Do you hear it, Bettina? Ah, it could have been Bettina. Ooh. Okay, so these are the pay-per-click ads. Now Google puts these ads in according to what you search for online. So there's a disadvantage there. First of all, my pet does not have anxiety. He does not need an anxiety bed. I don't know how they came up with them, but there is a disconnect. If I'm going to a website that's talking about website builders and I see pet toys, it's a disconnect. I will probably be a unqualified clicker, meaning that this company that pays will probably not get my full attention. It'll be just, oh, this is a cute color, click, but back into what I was originally doing. So the most important thing with click ads or any kind of ads that you're doing, whether they're referrals or clicks, you really do need to make sure that they align with the business that you're talking about, because that's the best qualified lead. Now let's just go into I'm not sure how many people know about this, but this is an amazing tool. You need to take a look at it. It's ads.google.com. It's Google Ads, their keyword planner. And they may want your credit card to register for the service, but the service is free. I think they only want your credit card because they want to try to get you into their program doing your own pay-per-click ads. So all you do is when you sign into ads.google.com, their tools right here, and then you just click on Keyword Planner. And when you do that, you will just put your search term in. So I put pet bed because I wanted to see how much Google was charging the advertiser for a click. So what I can see is when I search for pet bed, Google charges at the top price $2.59, at the low price 67 cents. So I'm assuming that if you're an advertiser of pet beds, Google says, hey, it's only 67 cents a click, but you may end up paying $2.59. So be careful of that. Always set your limit. Now, when I clicked on pet beds, I also clicked on the top bid. Now, the top bid is $2 or $23.87, which is interesting. So for paw dog blanket, advertisers are paying per click anywhere from 76 cents to $23, $24. So those are pretty crazy prices for that. Now, if you go to Google and you put in pet bed and you search, these are all the advertisers that are paying per click. So it's kind of interesting. Google tells you how much advertisers are paying per click, and they also tell you who the advertisers are. Very, very good information for you to have, because all these advertisers want traffic, they want leads. And what businesses want leads? All businesses want leads. And these are the advertisers. When I put in paw dog blanket, these are all the advertisers. See where it says ad, that are paying up to $23 per click, which means they don't have any information to follow up, or even if I click on this one 10 times, the advertiser is still paying that rate. Now, you'll find these calculators, and sent this calculator out to everybody, and it's really interesting. Let's say I put 2,000 page views here. And then let's say if I have a 10% click view rate, and let's say on $23, they said I'm paying 68. Let's just say if I paid my cost per click, I got $10. Well, if I calculated that, that looks like, is that 20,000 a month? It's pretty good, isn't it? Those are pretty crazy prices. No, I'm sorry, that's only $2,000 a month. See, Bettina, I need my glasses too. Okay, but those are really good rates, and people do this all the time. They say page views. Well, maybe it's 3,000 page views, a month. Maybe I'm on, Twitter, and I'm sending people to my website. And how much money would I make then? I make $3,000 a month from these pay-per-click ads. So these calculators are really rather fascinating because they really get people geared up to doing Google or any pay-per-click ads. So that's where all the good stuff is. Now, let me tell you where all the bad stuff is. Because I have done Google pay-per-click ads for about 15 years. And all my advertising models, radio, TV, newspaper, everything, I was able to increase my rates, quadruple 10 times my advertising rate. I was paying $30,000 a month to a newspaper ad, but I could never get my Google pay-per-click ads to convert. And I would never, if I put in $1,500, I could never make $1,600 on my Google pay-per-click ads. I could never increase my budgets. So the quality of the lead to the advertiser, at least in my case, never ever converted. And it could be because of this disconnect. They're going, if you're shopping for food, let's say a fish, and you're looking for sole, and then you see sole here and you click and it's about shoes. Everybody wears shoes, but you're not interested in eating a shoe right now. So I think the disconnect really is a problem. The other thing that I would suggest before you go into doing the Google pay-per-click ads, because it really is paying a third party to have control over your advertising and your information. If you do a search, why am I not being paid from my AdSense clicks? You will see lots of people saying, I'm seeing clicks with no earnings. I'm not earning, Google AdSense community. And I did clicks worldwide. I would connect with people and I say, okay, in Vancouver, my friend in Vancouver, can you click right now? Good. I took the time. I dated it. I timed it. Then I would have somebody in Hawaii click, and I would test the click-throughs and the rates and the calculations. And I have over 500 pages, and I am in my website platform, everything's very good standing. And I have never gotten over $1,000 in Google pay-per-click ads in, let's say, 15 years. So from a real life standpoint, I don't know how. Now, when Google first came out, I met the first people, and I think it was the early 2000s. And that's when Google was really pushing it. And you could track the clicks, you could track the payments, and it was really good. And then as more people got on it, the people that made their money got out, they made their millions, but everybody that's gotten on it since has had a really, really hard time in spite of the 68% click revenue. I don't get it. And then again, more, I'm not seeing the clicks. And I said, I did a thorough research on this because I didn't know if I was going crazy or not. And my clicks were not showing up and my payments were not coming through from my experience. Then you end up getting these emails. They're saying, publish, I have a violation. Well, I have over 500 pages. They don't tell you what the violation would be. You never know. I mean, this is like, how is this a violation? Like, how can you say this is a violation? You guys run the ads on my website. And again, they don't tell you what the violation is. They just report it to you. So you've got no way of dealing with this. And it really gets you upset for a while until you just forget about it. And then they give you, your account has been canceled with so for people that depend and focus their business on pay-per-click ads, this is really bad news because you've lost your advertiser, you've lost your revenue if you're making anything. And these help centers and contact us, when you call them, they just try to make you as an advertiser, they don't resolve your issue from my experience. So when you've got these ads, these pay-per-click ads, these pay-per-click ads live on Facebook and YouTube and all kinds of places where you can become a third-party pay-per-click advertiser, I guess. But here's the problem. People they did two things wrong. They never had control over their own advertisers. And you need to do that. You need to have direct control over your advertisers. You cannot let a third party control your advertisers. And they put their business, their online business, on places like Facebook and YouTube. And when YouTube or Facebook, or in one day, thousands of entrepreneurs lost their revenue because YouTube decided not to run their ads anymore, or share in the revenue anymore, because they didn't like what they were talking about. And this is more and more and more prevalent. So you cannot put your business on other people's businesses like YouTube, Facebook. You've got to have your own website platform and your own advertiser. It's critical if you really want to create revenue. So here's a good example. Here's one of my websites, Who Let the Dog In, and your income activator website has the same pay-per-click ad tracking like Google, but you don't have to pay for Google. So you can click on this link and it takes you, and you can embed the advertiser's website within your website, which is incredibly wonderful because you're not kicked out of the website, and whatever advertiser you have is relating to your product. Extremely important. It aligns with you. And if you look at pet insurance, I find out from Google how much the advertisers are paying per click for them. And instead of getting my mystery 68%, which I never got, I can get the full $24 or $11 per click. And so Google tells me what they're charging, and Google also tells me who the advertisers are. I mean, does this get any better for you? They've done all the research, how much they're paying and who they are. And if you click here, you can see who they are. So you can run your own pay-per-click, start sending them some business and contact them and say, hey, I'm in this business and I'm sending you business. Will you pay me $10 per click? They're already paying it for Google. So you can run head on head with Google. Now, the other thing that it does is when you sort it for the highest, look at this, $80 for best pet insurance. $80 per click, up to $80 per click. So if I take this best pet insurance, and again, I search, okay, so it's best pet insurance ever, and I search on Google, it tells me which advertisers are paying up to $80 per click. And I go to them and I just say, hey, do you want some leads? I'm going to charge you $40 per click, not $80. I mean, it's so much easier, and you've got control over your advertisers, and nobody can take them away. Look at Pinterest. All Pinterest does is they say, come and give us your photos. And when you click on it, right here, if I click on this, it's a pay-per-click ad. It'll go to this company. So that is the entire marketing strategy of Pinterest. Give us your content and we'll send you back leads. $1.6 billion last year. Give us your content, we'll send you back leads. That's it. You guys have the same tracking software as Google and Pinterest in your income activator website platform. Now, where I made my wealth was through sending $5 leads to insurance brokers. And all I would do is I would get the province. I bought a quoting software that cost me $40 a month. And all I did was promote the business and send $5 leads to brokers. and I averaged between $20,000 to $50,000. When I didn't work, it was $20,000 a month. When I did promote, it was $50,000 a month on $5 leads. What's interesting is that when I started this business, I knew nothing about insurance and nothing about lead revenue, and I didn't know the industry. So I was lucky enough that I called a friend of mine, Rick, and I said, can you tell me who would pay me $5 per lead for insurance? And he said, yeah, sure. Why don't you call my friend Tom? So I called Tom. I asked him to pay me $5 per lead. I sent the leads to myself first. I qualified them to make sure that they were all really well qualified for Tom. And then I let the floodgates open. And it wasn't until I got a second advertiser was when I billed Tom $54,000 that month. Okay. So it's one opt-in and one advertiser. You do that, you see how it's working, and you nail it. And then you can duplicate it like Pinterest. They started off with one, and now they're 1.6 billion. So when you go through Insurance Hotline, you get to the end, and it gives you the rate of what your car insurance will be. So everyone that goes through it, they see the rate, and then when they click confirm to buy, that's when the insurance broker or referral company is charged. Really good qualified lead, because you're telling the person how much it is and what the next step is. And up to 40% of my business turned into lead revenue, because I gave them everything they wanted, and I did it in an alignment with what I was offering. Here's the lowest rates. Here is the lowest rate. Click here to get the lowest rate. And and as you know, probably the Toron Star bought this business with no products and services for just over $2 million. But just so you know, the system was the same thing as Pinterest. I didn't have insurance rates. I asked the industry to give me their insurance rates, and I sent leads back to them. That's it. So how much is a car insurance rate going for now? I started at $5. It's up to $70 now. I just do from top to bottom. See if that. So Hartford car insurance, they're paying $359 per click. That's the highest that they've gotten right now. Shop car insurance, $118 per click. It's not bad. It's not a bad gig. Now, Insurance Hotline, Income Activator also has a page on everybody's website where you can do your own insurance calculator. You'd have to go and get an affiliate program with SureHits, and it's in your manual for the Insurance Hotline. But what this does, it's a ready-to-go quote service where, let's say I'm doing auto, I put in my zip code, I get a quote, and it's instant calculations. They will quote. So if I click on this, depending on how far I get closer to the quote, it's up to $16 per quote. So it's very slick. If you're in any kind of financial situation, you should apply to Sure Quotes, because you've got the page on insurance. I can't even remember the company, Income Activator. And all you need to do is get the affiliate program, all the software's there. So it's a really good revenue strategy. I made millions from $5 rates. Okay, so you see this, here's how it works. Basically, you have a home page or a page, you have a referral form, and the lead is sent to the, in this case, find a lawyer, the lawyer. And That's all it is. So let me just show you an example here. Here's a website, free legal advice. The lawyer will give free legal advice. The person fills in their name and phone number, clicks on get in touch. This button gets them to the next page, and the lawyer's website is embedded. As soon as they click on the button, the lawyer gets an email saying, contact this person. The person that filled out the forms gets an email saying, hey, I'm the lawyer, give me a call. And as a website owner, you get an email saying you just made X dollars from this lead. You know, it could be $10 a lead, it could be $20 a lead. Let's see what Google Keyword Planner says it is for a lead. Motorcycle and lawyer, $670 per click, where they don't get the person's name, email, phone number, or information. It's just per click. So there is a pile of money sitting here waiting for you. And if you take lawyer, well, if you take lawyer and you put it in the Google, just Google lawyer, you will see the lawyers that come up that are paying these rates, motorcycle, car wreck, and so forth. Okay, here's another thing that that you've got. And by the way, what I wanted to show you is this form is the same form used by Angie's List, Home Advisor, all the multi-million-dollar companies. You've got the same software. Here's what you have that nobody actually has. You've got to actually create this. People are always saying, how do I make fast money? I didn't make money. So if I was somebody that went to sort of a condo or something where there's hundreds of people living in the condo, I would just put a poster saying, here, come to this website for the best painting prices. Or if you're a mover or whatever, best moving prices. And your Income Activator website platform will take this information and show the top 10 painters or 20 painters or 5 painters or whatever you want. And these painters will quote that person that entered in the information. Now, if you charge each painter $10 to quote, that's a $100 lead for you. So here's the example of best painting prices. You put in your information, you click on the submit button, and you get the best painter price, you get the best painters. Immediately you get an email of this list. The painters get an email of your information. They contact you and give you the quote. Now, you know, at $100 a lead, if you do 10 a day, that's $1,000 a day. Put it up in Starbucks, put it up in your grocery stores, put it up in the washing, drying sections. They're pretty easy ways of doing it locally. And then let's see, painters. Okay, so commercial painters pay Google $39 per click. No contact information, no email, no phone number, no name, nothing. And then you can go down and you can say house painters is $24 per click. So $10 is a pretty reasonable thing to do. And if you're looking for the painters, here they are. Okay, they're already saying, I'm advertising. Okay, so here, this is a new thing for Income Activator. These referral forms can now be embedded in any website platform, GoDaddy, WordPress, Wix. I'm not sure about Facebook, maybe Facebook. You can embed these these forms. They will track the leads, send you an email saying, you know, you just made money from this lead, send the advertiser an email, send the client that filled that out. Same thing, works exactly the same way, but you can put your directory on different website platforms now. So if people wanted a trusted accountant, clicked on the submit button, they would get this trusted accountant. What is Google charging for a trusted accountant? An inventory accountant, $175 per click. QuickBooks, $77 per click. Who advertises for QuickBooks? QuickBook Enterprise. Here are all the companies that advertise that pay Google up to $77 per click. The money's sitting here. So executive coaching, okay? The person fills out the information, clicks on the submit button. They are sent to Susan Treadgold. You see, we can send leads to each other too, okay? And Susan Treadgold has an income activator website and does executive coaching. Okay, so executive coaches pay up to $40 per click. Not bad. And here are the executive coaches. What I would do is I would go with lead in hand and then contact these companies saying, hey, my platform, my website platform sends leads to businesses. Here's one lead. Do you want to pay for leads? And what businesses need leads? Every business. Okay, so you got nutrition, health nutritionist, right? There's no form here. What I want to do is I do an experiment with you guys. See if I can do this up properly. Health nutritionists, up to $20 per click. These are the nutritionalists. Here is a nutritionalist. So if I go into my Income Activator website platform and I wanted to add, I wanted to create a referral form to a health nutritionist, here's what I would probably do. I would go to my referral section and I go to the referral companies. I would add that referral company in. I would put where it's little dots. I'm doing this really quickly. But this is the minimum thing you need to do. Who's receiving the email? I'm receiving the email, and I'm going to my lead program. I'm going to title my lead program Health Nutritionist. It's going to be active, and I'm going to charge $10 per lead. And I am going to go grab their website. And I'm going to see if I can embed it into the Income Activator website platform by generating the code. And I am just going to see if it actually does embed. Yes, it does. Brilliant. And I'm going to put health nutritionist as a title. Come on. So I have just in this, I don't know, 40 seconds worth, created a referral company where I'm sending $10 per lead. Now there's all kinds of other things you can do, but now I'm going to create the referral form. So I'm going to go to my forms, create a form. It's going to be a paid referral form, and it's to the health nutritionist. And I am going to call this referral program my health nutritionist. And all I do now is I create my form questions. So I'm going to ask the person for their name. And when I select first, oh, well, that's not the name. Thanks for piping up, you guys. Your name. When you select first name, that will go down into your email messaging service. So it will capture that lead and put it into your email messaging service. And then I'm going to ask the person for their company, just in a single line box. And then I'm going to ask the person for their email address. When I select from the dropdown the email address, that means that the person's name and email address will go automatically into your email messaging service. Whoa. And then I'm going to ask for their phone number. single line box. And then I'm going to say, how can we help? And I want to make it a multi-line box because maybe they will give me a whole bunch of reasons how I can help them. And then continue to the next step. And I want this to be known as this is the email that comes to me, your email notification. And I want it to go to my email. And I'm just going to say, I just made $10. Yay. Okay, from the lead. So we're done. We're done. Your program gives you a embed code form. And I'm just going to put this. Now we saw that this page looked a whole lot like empty space here, right? So I'm just going to put the code in here. Cross my fingers. I'm going to save the page and view it. Now I've got my referral form, a referral form where I can put in Lee Romanov. I'm going to put in actually Janice. Okay. And then how can we help? I don't know. Submit. And then it goes to the health nutritionist. Their website is embedded within your website. If I go back into this, referrals, let's go to revenue by company. There's my nutritionist. There's my $10 I just made. I click there and my invoice is ready to be sent out. It's that slick. So I just created a referral form in probably under 5 minutes that tracks leads. And that's all there is to it. All you do now is promote, promote, promote. Everything's connected. Now, let's see where we are. Okay. So Income Activator has websites. You can get them through Bettina's We Empower You. All website builders are not created equal. Website builders like WordPress, GoDaddy, Wix give you inadequate website platforms, and then they upsell you on the revenue software they've left out, like an online store, like membership software, and none of them give you pay-per-click tracking or lead tracking, which is exclusively used by the multi-million-dollar companies like Google, WordPress, YouTube, Pinterest, Angie's List, Home Advisor. None of these companies create product, do services, write books. None of them. They all send leads to businesses that pay them. That's it. And you have access to their multi-million-dollar software in a very, very simple form. You know what these companies are being charged. You know how to find them. You know how to create the referral forms. It's pretty easy. Just review this back. You can get your own Income Activator websites in any kind of way, shape, or form, sort of light, easy stuff. You can embed your website within the Income Activator website and set up your own directory. And you can get one of Bettina's We Empower You websites, again, embedding your directory within the Income Activator directory. So, I'm going to just click off here and see if anybody has any questions. And sorry about the reality boohoo thing about Google AdSense, but it's insane. A lot of people go broke trying to do this, and it's not worth it, especially if they have software that they can control their own business with. So
Fantastic presentation. Thank you so much, Lee. Let's open it up to questions. You'll have to unmute yourself. I think everybody's still muted.
but
And
you did see how easy it was to create a referral business and form. It was
yes,
seriously under 2 minutes.
yes. Actually, you know, what occurred to me right off the bat is that I should have a form like this going for the summit, because I pay $5 per lead, and I could set every single one of you out there with the $5 lead generation for every person you recommend to the summit.
Absolutely. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Absolutely.
I love that everything is so fast. And because we do record this, if you're interested in the YouTube video, I'll post it here in the chat. And also for those of you who are watching, excuse me, on YouTube, I will make sure it's in the YouTube video as well.
The good thing is that, you know, if you've got your income activator website and you're, let's say, out to lunch with somebody, and somebody says, do you know of a copywriter? And on your directory, you're sending $10 leads to copywriter, you can whip out your phone and just add their name to your referral form and send it immediately. They'll get an email. The copywriter will get an email, and you'll get an email saying it's $10, and they'll probably buy you lunch. So anybody that's a network marketer really should consider everybody that you're sending leads to, just create a relationship with them, saying, I'm sending you leads. It's going to be $5 or $10, whatever it happens to be. And you've got that relationship. So now when you're out in business, you can just send leads as people need them, because how many times do we recommend companies and never get paid? So if you're in business, be in business and create your directory. And then when you start, like when I started my first month with Insurance Hotline, I made $300 in leads, and I thought I could live on that. But then I just promoted and promoted, and it got, you know, more and more. The software's there. All you need to do is promote, have an idea.
So for those of you who are out there watching and you're have watched this particular presentation, Income Activator has built into it 10 revenue streams. And this is just one of the revenue streams that are available to all of those who are members, and also those who have just an Income Activator account, which some people just have an Income Activator account. And for those of you who do not want to do your own website, of course, Lee does that for a fee. She's given us a really rock bottom rate for folks out there who are watching and want to have her just take over and just do their website for themselves, for her or him self. That is $2,500, and otherwise our membership is $15.99, and it does come with some really huge benefits. And in fact, Brian's here tonight, and he has a little bit of a special offer that we're going to be offering those that want to join right now. So
Bettina,
take it away.
I should say is like you really, you know, caught me in a mood in regard to charging people for the website. I mean, never have somebody create your website that hasn't made millions of dollars online. Just don't. But my rates on my own website, incomeactivator.com, for me to do up the website and mentor somebody is now going to be in excess of 10,000. So
we've got a deal.
Yeah, you've got a real deal. That's why I'm not showing up that much.
Yeah. So unless there are other questions, I would like to open it up to Brian to share a little bit about what we're going to be offering to our spanking new members.
Okay, Brian.
Well, thank you. I wasn't planning on being the orator today, but I would. Which one are you referring to? Because you know there's more than one.
Oh, Cindy Scott.
Hang on, I'm going to mute everybody, and then I will have you unmute, Brian.
Okay.
There we go. All right. Okay. Yeah. So as we're coming into the new year, and we're looking at folks that are interested right here. I know Eileen was here. She might have had to jump off here a few minutes ago for another meeting. We are looking at going ahead for a special offer for the folks who actually want to jump in, like right now, this month, of offering them a Admanity protocol, which is valued at $397. So this is a very specific offer, and we are just going to kick that off here for January and see how it goes, and maybe we'll continue it through the rest of the year. We'll see how it goes first.
Yeah, it's everything you do is a tremendous value for everybody, and you're always thinking of the members first type of thinking, which I really appreciate. And for those of you who don't know what Admanity is, or who we are, we've made ourselves an extended part of the We Empower You family by offering special benefits and perks to what we normally do. And normally what we do is we charge about $397 for our services. And by the way, that price will probably be going up just because we're tired of people telling us it should go up. How many times has that ever happened where you sell a product to people and their comment back to you is you're not charging enough? It's weird for me to hear it, and we do hear it, and we know we're extremely reasonable for what we do. But we're going to give Bettina the ability to not only give you the Admanity protocol at that price, but include special benefits and perks, such as coaching from myself and an extra value. But also from time to time, she can do a promotion, and she could give one away. She can give it away as part of something else. And I don't know what you're going to do with it. I know we're going to talk about this. So forgive me, I don't have the exact reason, but let me just share one thing with you. For those of you who are either new to us or who don't even know what I'm talking about, I'm going to share the screen and bring up this. You guys see the chart? Somebody give me a thumbs up or say, yeah, hopefully you guys are seeing that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only a white screen.
You got the white screen. Okay. So then, God dang, it always does it on your particular breakout. I don't know why. Here, let me just do it again. Try to share this with you folks. I'm going to share. See what you get here. Chart or white screen?
Working chart.
Lee's saying chart. Okay. Thank you, Lee. All right. Now, sometimes people don't know what they're looking at. Let me just simplify Admanity for you. What the heck is it? It's a system. It's a system to design the greatest ads you'll ever design for your own company, your best emails, your best social media posts, whatever it might be that you need to put out there. It's one of the most difficult things to do in business. And as we talk to thousands of business owners, even agency people who are paid to do this, it is one of the hardest things to do, is to sit down with a client and show them exactly what their ad should be. And so that's what this does. What you're looking at is the 15 emotions that have sold everything on planet Earth. Period. End of story. If you look at all the best ads for the last 100 years and you analyze, well, why is this ad working so well? What are they triggering? What emotions are they going for? You'll find these emotions were the reason why the ad was so successful. And there's hundreds of human emotions, but these 15 really are the ones that sort of persuade us to buy and motivate us to acquire products and services. And people always ask us, I'm going to tell you guys today why they're colored differently. People say, well, what do the colors mean? And within our little chart here, you can see that the blue ones on the left give you confidence in the brand. So if your brand is a trust brand, your brand needs people to trust you. You'll probably see some of these blue emotions in the answers that we give you.
Ryan, let me interrupt for just a second. Bettina, yeah. Can you shut your mic so we don't get the background noise?
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Now I have you completely under my control. You're all magically under my spell. Take a look at the yellow area. Now they're completely different. This is the comfort group. These emotions make you comfortable with the brand. They approval of others and the community and the belonging makes you feel more comfortable being part of the brand. And the next row over in the red, these are a lot more excitable. You know, it's excitement at the top, fascination, temptation, and urgency, which is fear of loss. What these emotions do is give you a feeling of control. They'll set you into a situation that maybe is exciting or maybe is tempting, but they give you the control. They give you the remote control on it, and they give you the ability to make the decision. And that's how they make you feel better about the brand. Challenge archetype next is admiration. You know, you could be more, you could get more, you deserve more. The green archetypes, they want you to aspire, they want you to grow, they want you to be, just the goal is you could do better. And we'll show you how to get more, be more, and that kind of thing. And then you get to the change group, and all they're trying to do is show you that, hey, changes are good, and we can help you make those changes. So you see altruism, they're always about changing for the better. Attraction is about improvement, transformation. Innovation is probably about changing brands. Changed us, we got a better thing. We're newer, better, and cooler. And so this master chart here gives you such a now I think you can understand how these emotions, none of which are unfamiliar to you. You've seen all these. You experience these every night when you watch TV. The commercials that are being played for you are using these emotions to trigger a desire to at least remember the brand or hopefully buy the brand. What we do is show you how to flip the script. For once, why don't you use the same emotions, the same formulas, the same patterns in your business? Because they work anywhere that there's humans on the other end. If your customer is a human, and let's hope they are, these will work. And so these are the patterns that always work on humanity. These are the emotions that always work for thousands of years. Caesar understood these, maybe didn't call them this, but they understood human emotionality is the secret or the key to persuading people to do what you want, or to think as you do, just to think like-minded, just to be of like mind and say, I like that brand. Yes, me too. And so I'm just sharing that with you. This is a simple, quick lesson. People always say, what do the colors mean? And that's what they mean. They're little families of like-minded motivations. And I wasn't sure how long I'm supposed to talk here.
Oh, we lost your mic.
Yeah, I lost that, but I just brought it back. So I don't want to talk too long, but I just wanted to say that and give you, that's just a peek into the psychology of what we'll show you. But you take a 5-minute online test and we give you all the answers just like that for your brand. It's just that fast. There's no reason to waste money. You don't have to make the wrong choices out there when you're buying ads, promoting yourself. You can do it the smart way. So that's it. Brian Gregory out.
Thank you so much. Sorry, my computer, it must be really loud. It's sitting on a bed, so it's probably heating up. But thank you, everybody, for joining us here today. We also have a number of opportunities coming up, including some special time with Master Nigel Henry, starting the Financial Miracle Challenge next week. And as I had mentioned earlier in the program, I have achieved last year through working with him, the best day ever, the best week ever, the best month ever, and therefore the best year ever in my business history. And I've been in business since 1993. So if you're interested, just give Master Nigel Henry a call or go to greatnessactivation.com. And there's a / I believe it's comp /COMP, and get yourself an activation conversation going with Master Nigel Henry. Lee Romanov, of course, is here still with us answering questions, and Brian too. Let's go ahead and let folks open up the mics, and we'll go ahead and have everybody just have a conversation about these two topics that we've been talking about here today.
What's interesting is that as Brian was going through and presenting, every business needs to know what their emotional output is to people. And Brian, as I was going through the Google keyword planner and seeing how much companies were paying Google per click, and then going through and searching for these companies. And when I'm clicking to them, they are completely unimpressive in their look. They're usually white or gray, and they're dull, and they're actually very awful. And every one of these companies that are paying so much money really need to use your product. And wouldn't it be excellent if somebody here could just contact these companies, send them your information and lead, you know? It's
Oh,
an idea.
It's you know, we're getting, yeah, I agree. There's so much misinformation, lack of information. It's a vacuum of information. 99% of all small businesses will never see an agency, not because they don't want one, it's just the cost.
Yeah.
And so the big boy advice is there, but you've got to pay. Give you just a quick validation of, you know, Edmanity is, we met last week with, if you guys have ever heard of Grant Cardone. Anybody's ever heard of Grant Cardone? Somebody? Yeah, a few of you. Okay, good. He's got about 20 million social media followers. He's sort of well known as a business coach and advisor, sales mentor, all that stuff. And they want to put Edmanity into the Cardone organization, not as something they would use occasionally, but as a fixed sort of part of the offerings, you know, sort of kind of a big deal for us.
Mm-hmm.
So, and these people charge up to, you know, $50,000, $100,000 to help you with your brand. And we're doing it for $397. And through Bettina's programs, you'll be able to maybe even do it for less than that, but you got to talk to her about that. She controls that. I don't. So, you know, it's tremendous value. Everybody here who's presented has value beyond belief. I mean, almost, it's crazy what you can do for very, very little money. And I know some of you personally, you're very awesome advisors in your own world, but none of us are experts in all things. Sometimes we just got to go outside of our ego and say, I need help with this. Just set me up. Just show me what to do. I'll do it. And that's what we can do.
Well, Brian,
Absolutely.
I've had tons and tons of internet marketing experience. As soon as I heard about you, I got your product. You know?
There you go. And it looks like we also have Angel of Freedom, Troy Thompson, who's in the house. I don't know if you have a moment to unmic, and maybe bring your camera back on.
Oh, well, it's on my side.
Oh,
Are you
there we
able to see
go.
it?
Yep, we're able to see you now.
Awesome.
So share a little bit of about what you're up to these days. And since we didn't get a chance to hear your intro earlier.
Bettina,
Okay.
I gotta run, okay? So I just want, if there's no questions, I'm out of here. So
Bye, Lee.
bye, guys.
Bye, Lee. Take care. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate the opportunity, Bettina. So I'm Troy Thompson. I work with Symmetry Financial Group, and I am a financial strategist, I'll say, and that involves many things. And I was having a conversation the other day, and basically everything that we're buying, whether that's something through Brian with our business or the person purchasing the product, ultimately it's all about choice. And so within the financial world, when money buys choices, right? So if I have $100, I have X number of choices. I have $1,000, I have more choices. And so the financial piece of things is about choice. And when I have choices, then I have freedom. And of course, when I have more choices, I have more freedom. And so that's how it is that I'm connected with freedom, is allowing my clients and reviewing their situation, and getting them to, whatever it is that's meaningful to them, so they can have those choices and have that freedom.
Yay. And you and Rita are helping people be more abundant in this world. Of course,
I'm sorry.
Bye, Lori. Thank you for
Bye.
joining
Thank
us
you.
today.
Bye.
Bye-bye. It's great to have such a awesome resource here with our members and even our affiliates like Brian. It's now time to wrap up. And so I'd love for anybody who has an announcement that they'd like to make to go ahead and take the stage and make that announcement. And I know Rita often has a program or two up her sleeve. Thank you, Troy. And I see Anthony's in the house as well. So maybe Anthony can take a turn telling us a little bit about where he's at today.
Yeah, hello everyone. How's it going, Bettina? Excellent. Yeah, so my name is Anthony Velez, owner of Veltex Services and also Veltex Advisors. We provide maid services and commercial janitorial. So we are just expanding, bringing on more customers, hiring for more projects, and Veltex Advisors, we're more focused on bringing in more leads and creating opportunities for other companies. So that's what we're really excited for, and looking forward to the new year to continue to build on both these projects, and very much looking forward because Lee, what she just presented, she's been helping with us as well and making a difference with that. So it's been very helpful. And I'm actually looking forward to Admanity, learning more about that, and seeing what opportunities can be brought from that too. So it's amazing. Actually planning to work with Nigel Henry and do the 5-day activation. So very excited. And what helped motivate me too was hearing about your testimonials, Bettina, and just the experience. And it's just amazing working with Nigel. Anywho,
I'm so frustrated.
So, but yeah, that's what's on the scope right now, and what we're focusing on.
Allison just was.
Got yourself muted, Bettina.
And I also have my own self muted. I had to mute out, wasn't sure what was coming in from the mics here. Rita, go ahead and make your announcement. I know you have one coming up here.
I do. I always have a couple of events, and if people want to know, I am currently we're in our Money Empowerment Bootcamp, and the next one live will not be until April. We will have some evergreen ones for people who want to purchase the recordings coming up in February. But for the month of January, we have a Wine Women Wealth that's live in Santa Monica on January 29th. And we also have a Secret to Be Wealthy workshop that's virtual live online. That's free on January 25th at 6 p.m. Pacific. So that's what's going on now.
And it is no secret to be wealthy. And of course, we're all about creating wealth and opportunity and abundance for all with the Income Activator as our platform for the We Empower You community. It's been great to have everyone here today and to see some of you I hadn't seen in a while. And of course, we're coming into this, what I'm coining epic 2022. With that said, unless there's anyone else who wants to raise their hand and say a final word, we're going to go ahead and sign off a little early here tonight. Speak now or forever hold your peace, as they say. All right, everyone. You've been watching the We Empower You community and the WeEmpowerYourLife.com website, Explained and Explored. I'm Bettina Carey, founder and CEO. Join us here every single Wednesday, with the exception of our quarterly summits, which we have on March, June, and September and December. But otherwise, we're here on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time till about 5-ish most weeks. And we'd love to have you. Go to WeEmpowerYourLife.com, click on the calendar tab and join us for our next meeting. Bye now for everybody.